Welcome back. Zach here. In this post, I want to talk a little bit about March Madness. Today is day one of the Sweet 16 games. Already, two of the four games have concluded, including the main game I wanted to focus on because this morning I saw something extra curious. I saw the head coach of Notre Dame, Mike Brey, talking about the death of his mother, who died on March 21st, the day before his birthday, March 22nd. We're looking at someone with a 322 birthday. And he was just way too smiley, way too chummy about the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. I haven't lost my mother yet, but I imagine if my mother died 5 days after the fact, I wouldn't be as happy as this guy was, even if I was coaching a team in the NCAA tournament. There's just something way off about his demeanor. And his mother was Betty Brey, who was an Olympic athlete, American swimmer. She was born November 23rd, 1123, and died on a 321 at the age of 84. A very curious number. United States of America has a Pythagorean gematria of 84. And as we'll see, Coach Mike Brey has a life number of 84. So let's just read this article first of all. Not only was he smiling and happy today, let's hear about the day his mother died. And notice the story comes out of Cleveland, which has a 33 gematria. No one knew anything was wrong, not even Mike Brey's own players. Notre Dame was one win from its first Sweet 16 in 12 years. Its coach as loose as ever. And that 12 years is curious because we've seen a lot of 12 in sports. 12 times 12 is 144, and Notre Dame in their division is 14-4 this year. Just like what the Patriots and Seahawks entered the Super Bowl with that was focused so much on that number 144. Only in the late hours following Saturday's overtime win over Butler did the coach reveal his mother, Betty, who was just with the Fighting Irish for their ACC tournament championship run, died earlier that day. Perhaps the reason he didn't tell the players is because it would have been so weird. Here, this woman just was there cheering for the team. Now she's dead? When we found out, it was a big shock to us, guard Steve Vesturia said. It was definitely impressive. He was out there with the same energy and the same enthusiasm. He's handled it very well considering what he's going through. We've been there for him, and he's been there for us. So nobody knew, and he didn't tell him until after the game. His mother died a day before the first time Notre Dame was in the Sweet 16 in 12 years. So, there's some interesting things here. This is a rare method of numerology. It is legit. I don't use it very much. Doing Betty Bray's birthday this way, it produces a number of 84 as well. Her son, born March 22nd, 322, 1959, 3 plus 22 is 25, plus 59 more is 84. So, Mike Brey, life number 84, has his mother die at the age of 84 the day of their game that advances them to the Sweet 16. Isn't it all a bit curious? I did a post on Chris Paul with the death of his grandfather. He died at the age of 61. Chris Paul scored 61 points, and his high school had a gematria of 61. It came on the day or shortly after he signed with Wake Forest. His grandfather died the day he signed with Wake Forest. So a big day for Chris Paul. His grandfather dies. A big day for Mike Brey. His mother dies. And I've done so many posts on sports figures dying on curious dates with curious numerology, from Vince Lombardi to Junior Seau to a whole lot more. Recently, a lot of players with connections to the Portland Trail Blazers have died, including Anthony Mason, who was drafted 53rd overall by the Trail Blazers. Trail Blazers equals 53. Jerome Kersey died. His name sums to 77. The Blazers won the championship in 77. Kevin Duckworth died at the age of 44. He was drafted 33rd overall by the Spurs, but played the majority of his career with the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, in all of these deaths, we see the very curious numbers. And then today, Notre Dame advanced. So now they're moving on to the Elite Eight. Mike Brey has won again. There's their record in the ACC, 14-4, a lot like 144, the number representing Mark of the Beast. Another game today, Wisconsin advanced over North Carolina. Why is this curious? Today's date numerology, the day Wisconsin defeated North Carolina, has a numerology of 44, and Wisconsin is one of only 2 states with the number 44. In the ESPN highlights, which any of you can watch if you have cable access, watch the highlight when they show it. They're going to show a lot of number 44 on Wisconsin celebrating at the end of the game. They keep showing the same clip. Number 44 on a date with 44 numerology in a state with 44 gematria. I'm telling you, this stuff's predetermined. Even who's going to be the leading scorer for the game. See up here, it says Sam Decker had a career high of 23 points. Think about how significant the number 23 is to basketball. 23 is a number with a numerology of 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So many stars have worn it, from Michael Jordan to LeBron. And, of course, basketball is a game of 5-on-5. But anyway, his name is Sam Decker. Sam with simple English gematria sums to 33. The name Sam Decker with Pythagorean gematria sums to 33. I'm telling you, true seekers, the young men on the collegiate floors, on the professional floors, these guys are Manchurian athletes, born to be, named to be, coming from the families that are part of this ongoing conspiracy, essentially the mafia behind the scenes. You know, it makes me mad. It makes me mad coming to discover this. I always saw things were rigged and predetermined, and, you know, it was a lot about what you're born into. But, yeah, it's even darker than we know. Something really weird going on in sports. I'm one of those little kids who grew up wanting to be a professional athlete. I had no idea any crap like this was going on. What a joke. What a joke. The other game today will be Xavier, Arizona, just getting started. Arizona's had a lot of curious numerology tributes in the tournament. They're currently 33-3. I expect them to win this game over Xavier. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I just wanted to document the numerological curiosities, including the death of Mike Brey's mother and Notre Dame's success, which is the most success they've had since 1979, when they faced Magic Johnson at Michigan State. Remember, Magic's a 33 word. The way he spells Irvin with that added A has a Pythagorean gematria of 33. He wore the number 33 at Michigan State. His rival's Larry Bird, who wore the number 33. Bird's a 33 name. Larry's a 74 name. A long history of weird sports numerology, Truth Seeker. And here it is even in this Notre Dame Mike Brey success. This guy very well might have okayed the death of his mother for his own success. Either that, or maybe his mother faked his death. Faked her death, you know? Entirely possible. Some weird stuff going on behind the scenes. And I just want to point out this article right here, up here by Howie Kusoy. Howie is a 33 name. Kusoy 20. Put it together, 53, the number we keep seeing getting coded. So that's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. Keep your eyes on this guy and Notre Dame as the tournament goes forward. Should Kentucky win tonight, that's who Notre Dame will play next. All right, until next time.